Hey guys, welcome back to Macros Monday, and happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, started last night.
Started last night.
Started December 10th.
That's right.
So to all our Jewish friends out there celebrating, happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. So, and if you have any extra presents that you're trying to get rid of,
We accept them. We do.
So, just an FYI. All right, so with that, today on Macros Mondays, Coach Joe read a really interesting tidbit about the holidays in terms of like, why don't you give it to us?
Yeah, so I read this the other day and it was super interesting. Most Americans gain almost all of their fat from end of November, Thanksgiving, through New Year's.
Yeah.
About a 5 to 6 week period, depending on the year, where almost the entire population gains weight, gains it all right there, and spends the next, this is what blew my mind, 10 and a half months trying to lose it again.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. I just thought that was a really interesting stat.
Yeah, and now here's the thing. Here's the benefit for us. We appreciate that because you get to come in here for 10 and a half months.
That's
and
right.
we love that. So
12 months, continuously.
Yeah, yes, nonstop. So here's the thing. What we want to talk about a little bit today, especially with the holiday parties that are now going on, we want to give you a couple of tips that are going to help you through these moments of sugar cravings, if you will. So, or just being hungry at your holiday parties. So going to your holiday parties, number one, don't go completely hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have some protein later in the day before your holiday party. So that would be maybe a later lunch. So that way you're not eating at noon, and maybe your party's at like 8 o'clock at night. And so the first thing you might have when you walk into the door is maybe a glass of wine, and then guess what happens?
You're kind of drunk already,
Yeah.
actually. When you haven't had that much food in your body, like you start to feel alcohol quicker.
Yeah.
So then you're like, inhibitions go away. Like, why do you think casinos give you free drinks? Right?
Right.
Alcohol makes your inhibitions go away.
And then
You start eating the cookies, and then it's like, whoa, like I
Right.
can't stop eating the cookies.
yeah. So have a lunch that's later on in the afternoon, and then make sure that includes a lot more protein. So that way it's going to keep you a little bit fuller, a little bit longer. Next thing is this: with the friends at the party, don't hang around that dessert
Yeah,
table.
that's the biggest one.
So it's okay to have some sugar, yes.
You'll be fine. It really is okay.
Yeah, but some is the key factor. It's not a plate full and then go back for another plate full, okay? So grab a couple cookies and then walk away from them, okay? And just get your fill in. You'll be happy in the long haul, because then what happens is the next holiday party you go to, you're like, well, you know what? I already had 10 at last weekend. What's another 5? What's another? I'll just start my diet.
Yeah.
So there's that
there it is.
domino
Yeah.
effect. So don't do that.
And building off that one, guys, I talked about this a little bit at Thanksgiving with how food is nostalgia. That is, for me at least, like doubling so at Christmas with Christmas cookies. Like the ones my grandma makes taste better, whether they are better made cookies or not, than what anybody else makes.
Sure.
And so when you're at like a friend's pitch-in a holiday party, if you feel like, oh, I really want that, that's fine, have it. But like recognize that it's not going to hold the same amount of value to you that like what your family's recipes do. And so recognize like you really don't need. Another one is not going to make you happier, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Absolutely. And to kind of piggyback off of this point, and this was the last tip here, is when you go to these holiday pitch-ins, bring a healthy dish.
Mhm.
So that way it's something that I'm going to eat this, as opposed to getting there and going, what the heck is all of this food that you might actually end up eating well more than what you actually need to, but at least if hey, my dish is pretty healthy.
And you know what? Like, somebody else at that party is going to be happy if you do that.
Absolutely.
Like, if you bring, like, we make this thing that is, like, chicken with a water chestnut and bacon on it. So it's, like, got protein, actually some fiber, and a little bit of fat.
Sure.
And they're delicious. And they're, like, on skewers, so they feel like finger food.
Yeah.
I mean, they are finger food. And then it has actually things that are pretty good for you.
Sure.
And so, like, we love it. People at our parties love it. Like, that is a good protein-heavy option that you can enjoy, and now somebody else at your party is like, oh, thank goodness it's not just casseroles and cookies and all this stuff that I know is not necessarily the most healthy thing to put in my body.
Exactly, and people they'll appreciate that, and then more than likely they'll ask you for that recipe.
Yep.
So make sure you keep that on your phone handy. You can text it to your friend. So, All right, guys. Well, those are 3 tips that we wanted to share with you today on Macros Monday. We will have more as the holidays continue along the way here. So stay tuned for more Macros Monday posts. And as always, you have a great rest of your week. Stay warm, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.